name is Dennis Bay. Today's recording, I'm doing it on this topic called, let me use the PowerPoint slides. So the main topic is here. Why Gmail? Why do people use Gmail in this current generation? Why is Gmail important? And why is it that we still embrace it? Many people are using Gmail because of the following reasons. I've just listed a few reasons, but I know there are numerous other reasons. So the first one, Gmail is free and reliable. Gmail offers a free email service with reliable performance, ensuring emails are delivered and received with minimal issues. So the idea that it is free, it is very, very good for many people. Second point, it has a large storage. It provides generous storage of 15 GB shared with Google Drive for emails, attachment, and other Google services. So that integration is also very important. That leads us to the third point, integration with Google services. Gmail integrates seamlessly with Google's other services like Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Calendar, Google Meet, making it a central hub for personal and professional tasks. They've even forgotten to put Google Sheets. Those are very important. Google Slides, they are still integrated with Google. So when you're using Gmail, you have other services that you can link up with. So if I go to the fourth point, those are 3 points so far. The fourth one is this one. It has got security features. Gmail offers robust security features, including spam filtering, phishing protection, and two-factor authentication, the two-factor 2FA, which help keep accounts safe from unauthorized access. This two-factor authentication is very good because it has to come to your phone for you to give it a signal that it is you. So somebody who does not have your phone cannot be able to do that. And then the other point, it is user-friendly interface. It has a clean, intuitive interface with powerful features like email labels. I hope I'll be able to talk about labels. Filters, also filters, I should talk about it, and customizable themes, whereby you can change your theme to look appealing, make it easy to organize and manage emails. And then accessibility. This is another very heavy point. Gmail can be accessed from any device, including smartphones, tablets, and computers, making it convenient to stay connected on the go. So wherever you are, if you have your phone, you can access your Gmail. If you have your laptop, you can access your Gmail. Smartphone, you can access your Gmail. So its accessibility is 100%. The last few points are this one. It has got a search functionality. Google's powerful search capability allows users to find specific emails, attachments, and contacts quickly. So if you're looking for a particular attachment, you just go out to the search and then it will give you. And then you have got what is called customizable. Users can create custom labels, set up filters, and customize how their inbox functions, giving them control over how they manage their emails. So for those few remarks, I want us to go into the practical part of it. So I'll press escape to come out of my PowerPoint slide, click on close, open Google Chrome, which is my default browser in this laptop. So once I'm here, I have got several accounts. I'll choose this one. And then now I have this feature called Gmail. So Gmail, next to it we have got images, we have got search labs, and then we have got a very powerful tool called Google Apps. So I'll go to Gmail. You can access it from here, or you come here, and then you can access it from here. You just look for Gmail, which is here. But the easiest is this one here. So if I click here, I'm already in my interface. So my interface, I can see I have 9,212 mails in my inbox. This is very huge, and most of them I've not even read them. So I'm going to discuss a few things here and there. But for the basics to start with, when you want to compose a mail, you simply come to this place called compose, and then it will give you an interface like this one. My interface is already big. I don't know why it is big, but let me check the settings, because this is the full screen. It does not cover the entire interface, but it gives you a bigger screen. So if I click on this one here, it takes it, the pop-up compose becomes small. So I wanted to check why when I open it, it was big. So it seems by default I made it big. So what I need to do, I need to come here and then I remove the default full screen. So that is how you do work with it. So I've removed the default. So if I click on this one, it is small. But it is good for it to be on the bigger interface. So you go to these three buttons where there is called more options, where the cursor is down here. Click here and make it default to full screen, so that when I close it next time I want to open Compose. And by the way, there's a shortcut to open Compose. It is good to learn how to use the shortcut keys. You press Shift key and the question mark. It gives you this kind of dialog box. So there are so many things here. Like some of them have been maintained. Control Z is undo. Control Y is redo. So those ones have been Control B bold, Control I italics, Control U underline. One that entices me to use is Control Shift 7 to get numbered list, Control Shift and 8 to get bulleted list. So those are very interesting. And then alignment, Control Shift and I align left, Control Shift and E align center, Control Shift and R align right. All these settings, I think they have been taken from Microsoft Word. If you know how to use shortcut keys in Microsoft Word, you are good to go here. Then there are some that are disabled, like the following keyboard shortcuts are currently disabled. So I'll click here. They are disabled. I don't know why. Okay, there is control, like for example, these ones are disabled. These ones, so I'll not be able to use them. But there are some down here, like for C. I think this C here, C is to compose. So the following keyboards are currently, they are currently enabled. So the C I was talking about, just pressing letter C takes you to compose. So let me close this. So let me press letter C on my keyboard because I've already enabled them. I said you press Shift and question mark, and then you scroll down. When you reach here, you have to enable it so that it is enabled for you to use it. So when I come here on my interface, I'll press letter C. I'm in Compose, and the Compose that has appeared is the full screen. So on this full screen, we have the default. Now there's a full screen. So we have got other things that I want to talk about. For example, the first thing you can do here, if you want to type to somebody, you must know the person's email, or you can create it on the Google Drive, and then you can just come here. So let's say I'm writing to myself. So I'll come here, Dennis, then I take this. So Dennis Bay. The subject, I can say our. The subject should be precise and short. You can just write their meeting. So I'll be able to know it's a meeting. If the shortcut key, if I want to add a few other people who are supposed to be in that meeting, for the CC, which is the carbon copy, from the shortcut key that I gave you, Control Shift and C. Control Shift and C will give me the CC. So the CC, I can type, let's say Austin to be there. And then I want the BCC, blind carbon copy. So that is going to be Control Shift and B. Control Shift and B. So I have what is called the BCC. So that one also I can have my another E. Let's say for example, I have somebody like Big Show. So those are the CC and the BCC, blind carbon copy, which was Control Shift and B. The CC, Control Shift and C. So those are shortcuts which are very, very interesting. And then the subject is meeting. And then there's something else that I also need to talk about. It is called the Smart Compose. The Smart Compose, it provides a predictive writing suggestions that appear as you compose an email. So if you want to have them, let me minimize this so that you can see what I'm talking about. I minimize this. I come to this settings here. I click on settings. So once I click on settings, I'll go to all settings. When I'm in the all settings, I'll scroll down up to a place called Smart Compose. I can see it is enabled. Writing suggestions is on. So when this one is on, if yours was off, you need to click on and then you move down here. Then you save the changes. It's important to save the changes. If I had not yet activated it, so it's already ready. So when I come here, I need to provoke my email back. And then now let me make it big there it was. So if I'm supposed to type something, it will, so dear computer staff. Then I put a comma, press enter. So I want to see how that smart compose works. So I need to compose a small message. I do hope this. So you can see now it predicts that these emails finds you well. This one has just come automatically. So what you need to do is just to press the tab key. Yeah. And then after that finds you well, you put a comma, then you can proceed with typing. It makes typing easier because it tries to predict what it tries to think for you what you are trying to think. So that is also a smart way of doing it. And you can see also when I'm preparing my email, my fonts are somehow bigger. So that means if I come to minimize here, I go back to settings here, see settings, all settings. It means I came here under defaults, under the default text styles. I changed the fonts to this, which means I came here, I looked for Georgia, so Georgia was taken. You can either use serif or serif or sans serif. Sans serif, these are non-decorated fonts. Serif means decorated fonts, so they're here. Like Comic Sans is decorated, so it is going to be serif. Tahoma looks like sans serif. So you can choose the fonts that you want. I've taken Georgia here. And then when I come to this 2TT, this gives me the option of choosing small, normal, large, or huge. So if you choose any that you want here, it will remain that. And then this one gives me the font color. It's not good to use red. Red means you're shouting, or it's not a good color for composing. It's either dark black or dark gray or maybe blue, but the default color that is standard is black. So you can also choose that. And then after making any changes, of course, you have to come down here and do what? And save. Let's say, for example, the save is not activated because I've not done anything. So let me try and change the color of my text. So let me say I change the color of my text to blue. So if I go down, of course, the save button will be activated so I can save the changes. So it means that any other mail that I'll be preparing now, apart from this one here, will be blue. So what am I trying to say? If I press C, which is the compose, no, let me come out of this. I minimize this, then I press C. So if I come here, if I'm typing it now, it's now color blue. This is a new mail that I've pressed the C to bring. So on my keyboard, if I press letter C, compose just pops up. That's a shortcut to make life easy. So once let me close this one. So back to this one here. Once I finish writing this mail, it is important also that it's good to know how to schedule. It's called schedule send. So if I want to send this mail at a particular time, I'll not just click on send. I'll come to this place here, more send options, and then there's what is called schedule send. So the schedule send will give me different timings that I want. I'm in East Africa time. This is the East Africa time. But if I want to speak a more specific time, I'll come to pick, and then now I can change. I want to send it on a Friday at around midday. So I'll type here 12. I change here to what? Midday will be PM. So even this one I change it to PM. So on 25th. Then I'll click on what? Schedule send. So the schedule send will take me to a place called schedule under this interface. So there's one mail which has been scheduled to be sent on Friday 25th. So I'll come here, and then if I click here, it tells me the date it's supposed to be. So if I click here, I can come and cancel in case I wanted to change anything. So I'll click on cancel that. So I've canceled the schedule sent by using that. If you make a mistake and you send your email before finishing composing, there's an option also of what is called undo send, because once you send it and you don't have time to cancel, then it will go there it is. So I'll minimize this, go to settings again, see all settings, and then there's a place called where is this place? It's called undo send. Images default setting, hover maximum. There's a place here. Let me go down slowly. Under grammar, autocorrect, personalization, nudges, smart. Where is this? Under undo send. Undo send should be under. There's so many options that you can pick from here. Autocorrect, smart compose. There is all this. Send and receive, show, enable hover, default. Undo send is found here. So at the moment, send cancellation period has been given only 5 seconds, which is very short. So the maximum, I think it's 30 seconds. So if I click here, then I choose 30 seconds, and then I have to scroll down here and click on save changes. So once I click on save changes, so it can see it has refreshed my email. So in case I was to send something, I'll be given 30 seconds to change my mind of sending it. So what I'm going to do, I'll press C to get the compose, put the recipient like that. Subject, I type what? Meeting. In case I wanted to put the other things like CC, I said it was Control Shift and C. Control Shift and C. So no, sorry. Control Shift and letter C. So the CC comes, then I can put somebody there. Let's say I put that. And then if I press send, now this pop-up that is here appears for 30 seconds. So I can click and do, so that I've now stopped it from going within the 30 seconds, so that I can do some changes before it goes. That is also very, very important. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is sending an attachment. An attachment, maybe you want to compose something in Microsoft Word. So I've opened Microsoft Word. So I've composed an attachment. An attachment is a big document that you want it to be attached to your mail, because typing in Gmail is not very easy. So let me put a formula just to get some random paragraph. Rand is equals to, let's say, 5/6, like that. I press enter. So I have a long document that I've just prepared using the Rand formula. Then I want to send it as an attachment, but I want to convert it to a PDF. So what I'll do, I'll go to File, then Save As, and then I look for a place where I want to save it. So it's good to know where you're saving your document. It's very important. This PC, then I look for a place, let's say under Downloads. Then I give it a name, Attachment. Let me call it Attachment. But I want it not to be a docs. I want it to be a PDF, portable document format. So I'll come here, then change it to portable document format. Then I click on save. So it's going to convert it to a PDF. So this is the PDF format I'm talking about. Even the extension .pdf is there. The file name is attachment.pdf. So I close. After closing this now, don't save this one. I need to now bring an attachment. So here I'll tell my client, please, you can see even the default font now is blue because I changed it in settings. Please find the below attached document for your information tab. So I'll come here, attach the file, then I remember it was on downloads, and then attachment. Then I click on open. So the document is being sent as an attachment. Then now I can be able to send it, or I can schedule the send the way we had agreed. You schedule the send. So those are some of the basics that I wanted us to talk about. Now, if you look at my inbox is very, very, very big. It has got 9,212 mails. There are some mails that I cannot be able to respond to. But if I know they are crucial, I need to categorize them differently, because managing this at once, my inbox is crazy. So I'll use what is called labels to organize them so that I know which one is important. Like, for example, if you look at my mail here, there are so many labels. There is one for the bank, there is one for newsletter, there is one for payslip, there is one for phone, Samsung, Techno. Even my son has got a label. So my son, when he sends me the mail, they come to this place here. So I can be able to read what my son has sent me. But I have a daughter also, who also I'm seeing on my inbox here. Anytime she wants to change something on Gmail, it brings the name Audrey signed in on a new device. So I need to know how many times has Audrey tried to sign on a new device. So I need to create a label. Then all my daughters, whatever, will come to that. So how do you do that? Because I've prepared for my son. Why not my daughter? So what I'll do, I'll go to labels here, and then I click on this create new label. So it comes here. Then I type daughter. So daughter, how do you write daughter? Spelling of daughter. Is that the spelling of daughter? D-A-U H. I was missing H. E-R. And then in brackets, let's say I put in right brackets. Where are the right brackets? I call her Audrey. And then I put that. That one I'm just putting to know that I have a daughter called Audrey. Then I click on create. So let me see. So where are the labels? Where are the labels? Yeah, there is a label called Audrey, daughter Audrey. But the color is boring. So I'll need to click here. And then I give it a label color. So which color is good for my daughter? I think she likes pink. So I'll change that one to pink. Is that orange? I'm colorblind. I don't know which color, but it looks like pink. So I want all our mails that appears to come to here and come out of my inbox. Remember, my inbox is having 12. Let me see. My inbox is having 9,212. So I want to remove my daughter's email from there. So what I'll do, I'll click here for this one, the mail for Audrey. And then after doing the mail for Audrey, I want all these mails that look like this to be filtered and taken to a label called daughter Audrey. So I'll come to these three buttons here. And then I come to a place called filter messages like this. Filter messages like this. So if I filter messages like this, I can see there are so many Audrey behind there. And then I need to create a filter. So I'll click create a filter and then skip them from going to my inbox. But I want them to go to a label that I made called daughter Audrey. And then there are 31 of them. Apply to all this. 31. So 31 from 9,212, they'll come out of my inbox. So I'll create what is called create filter. So all those mails have gone. So if I go to a label called Audrey here, so you can see now, let me go to that. Where is it? Audrey. Audrey now, all the mails for Audrey are now in a label called Audrey. So these are how you filter them so that they come here. So if I want to read anything about Audrey, I'll just come there. And the color, I've put a color that looks like her. So let me see my inbox. So my inbox has reduced from 9,212 to 9,190. So I've filtered. So anytime she does something, it won't come to my inbox, but it will go where? It will go to a label where my daughter is. So this is the label. So this is how I do it. So you can see newsletter. So if all these are newsletters. If I come to payslip, those are payslip. If I come to personal, there's nothing there. Samsung, this is about the sales of Samsung phones. If I come to Techno, it gives me, there's nothing there. My son's email is there. Useless emails, I've also clustered them. I never wanted these ones. They were supposed to be spam. Yeah. So basically, that's how you use email in a nutshell. How to create labels and filter them so that they go to a particular place. I could have, yeah, there is no way I can make a video that can capture all the features that are in Gmail. But remember, when you want to use shortcut keys, which are very, very important, use Shift and the question mark, and then try and understand how to use these features here. And some of them you have to enable to use so that you can enjoy using Gmail. So that was a short video that I wanted us just to capture a few things and love how to use it. Thank you so much.